what we're really talking about here, what we're trying to communicate um, to a lot of people, and what we've been learning from God is what it means to really be educated um, by Christ, and what that means practically. You know, in other words, how does Christ really want to teach us, and how is He trying to teach us every day? What's the difference between Christ's method of teaching us versus the world's method? And what does that look like, basically? One of my favorite examples of this is in the movie The Karate Kid. Um, does a very good job of visually representing what it means to educate someone or to teach someone something. In the movie, obviously, he's teaching him karate, but I think you can take the video, the film, you can really apply that to a lot of things. And one of the things I really like about it is it shows the difference between the corporate method of teaching individuals versus the personal method of teaching people. And of course, you see that with the dojo, uh, the way that you have the evil sensei master who has all of his guys, on edge and keeps them afraid of him, and just through his sheer will and force of control over these young men, he's able to dominate their thought and instill within them whatever's inside of him, what he's trying to give to them, becomes a part of their life. And you see the coldness, the systematic way of doing things, and how that affects these young men. Um, on the opposite side of that, you have Mr. Miyagi and how he teaches Daniel, and you see the personal method, how Mr. Miyagi is involved in his life, how he becomes his friend, and through their relationship starts to teach him the method of doing karate that he has learned, that he's grown up with. And it's very interesting because you see just the way that Daniel observes his master, the way he watches him. And the interesting thing is that the final kick at the end in the tournament, the kick that that wins Daniel the tournament, he it's not something Mr. Miyagi ever verbally instructed him on. It was something he simply observed his master doing, and through imitation, through wanting to learn that, he was able to master that technique. And that's really what I like, because in these two different methods of teaching that we see in the film, corporate mentality versus personal relationship, I think that's what we're struggling with today in the church. And definitely what we see people struggling with on a Christian university. You have the corporate mentality of teaching people in a classroom, and just the coldness and the way that that's so systematic and impersonal, and how it's failing people, versus the way that Christ is trying to teach all of us, and the way He's offered to be involved in our lives and teach us through that method of just following Him, watching Him, seeing His example, looking at His example in the Scriptures, seeing how He treated people, how He loved people, and how He served people.